guys, BrooklynBoyz here, and welcome to day 4 of BrooklynBoyz Retro Game Miss. Yesterday we did Sonic the Hedgehog number 2 for the Sega Genesis. This time we're going back in time a little bit. We're going back to Nintendo.
Yep.
However, this was not the first game in its series either. This was the second. The very first game in this series came out actually on the Atari.
Mm-hmm.
So, not even the same console, but when Nintendo came out, they got their own version of this game, and this game is Superman.
Superman, just like the shirt I'm wearing.
I worry about you.
Well, I could be a Superman fan too.
Anyway, there were a lot of issues with this game, and as gamers of today, we can all point it out. The Angry Video Game Nerd pointed out a whole lot when he did his review before Superman 64, which we do not talk about Superman 64. If anybody sells that game for more than $1, you need to shoot yourself, because there is no way that game's even worth $1.
Why would you?
But anyway, this game kind of falls into the same problems where when you're Clark Kent, you suck. When you're Superman, you're a little bit better. They got the big heads. But at the same time, for its time, though, I do remember playing this game. I remember playing the Atari game as well.
I only saw clips of that. I didn't really play that much.
But the Atari game, I think I only played once. This game I played a lot more. It was always fun finding a telephone booth, jumping inside and turning into Superman. It's a different game. It's not something that we're used to. I'm sure anybody who's played like Return of Superman for the Xbox. I'm not sure if Man of Steel made a video game, actually, to my knowledge. I don't think it did.
So. I don't remember.
But anybody who's played the newer versions of the Superman games, you guys know already the difference. But I enjoyed this when I was a kid. It definitely plays into my childhood a bit. I didn't buy this as often as I bought like Rambo or Rygar. But back in the day when I was a little kid, I really was more into gaming than comic books. So for me, when I saw Superman, I was like, oh, I remember the movies, and I love the movies, and Superman's a cool character.
Is the best Superman. You can never, ever replace him as that.
Thank you. So at this time in my life, I was too young to really get into comic books. And for me, it was like, Superman was one of my favorite characters, don't get me wrong, but at the same time, there were a lot of other games that I was enjoying more at that age group. So, but I still played it a nice amount of times. I liked the whole telephone booth thing, and who didn't when they were a kid have the Superman suit underneath a white shirt, go into a thing that looked like a telephone booth, and do the whole...
That was spin around, or just...
I didn't spin around.
Oh, well, you should have spun around.
You're an idiot.
Then you would have been dizzy.
Anyway, Superman, really great game. Do you have anything else you'd like to add before we conclude?
Well, Superman in the days has been a really idolized character. Like, he stood for true justice in the American way, and this game right here, if you're a Superman
If you're going to say it stands for all of those things, I'm going to hit you.
I was going to say genius for this game for those of you who are Superman fans.
Your breath stinks.
Your breath stinks. But anyway, you'll definitely like this game if you're a Superman fan, and I'd say go out and get it. That is if you still have the NES around.
Absolutely.
And that's it.
Alright, and with that, that's it for day 4.
So,
we got a lot more days still to go. You can go blast away.
Up and away to day 5.
Seriously. We'll see you guys tomorrow for the next episode. Stay tuned, and hopefully Mike won't be dead by episode 5. Or day 5.